opportunity. Thank you.
We will move to the next presentation. I will invite Shital Jyotiram Shinde to present on the seasonal variation in metabolic profiles of Xanthium strumarium and Tridux procumbens. Are you present, Shital? I think Shital is not present right now. In that case, with the permission of the chair, should we move to the next presentation, sir?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, sir. So I will call Mr. Debayan Gayen to take us into the world of wildlife crime, presenting on silent victims unraveling the illegal trade of pangolins in India. Devan, please carry on.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, so I'm presenting my screen. So, is my screen visible?
Yes, your screen is visible. Just open the PowerPoint.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So, shall I start, sir?
Yes, you can start.
Okay. Thank you. So, good afternoon, everyone. I am Debayan Gayen, and I am presenting today our study titled Silent Victims Unraveling the Illegal Trade of Pangolins in India. So, we all know that illegal wildlife trade, or in short IWT, is a pressing global issue in the recent time, with estimated profits between 7 to 23 billion dollars annually, making it the fourth most lucrative illegal activity worldwide. More than 7,000 species of flora and fauna are victims of this dark economy in the recent times, and the major markets include Southeast Asia, Europe, and US. The major species affected by this trade are the mega herbivores, the charismatic carnivores, pangolins, variant marine species, exotic birds, and reptiles. So, a simple but a sobering fact is that pangolins are the most illegally traded mammal species in the world in the present time, and yet they remain unfamiliar to the public. They are elusive, solitary, nocturnal, and tragically silently slipping towards extinction. So, the pangolins, or the scaly anteaters, are incredibly shy and elusive creatures. India is home to three pangolin species: the widespread endangered Indian pangolin, the critically endangered Chinese pangolin, and the very newly discovered Indo-Burmese pangolin. Despite their ecological significance, particularly in controlling insect population, they have become the main targets of relentless poaching in the recent times. So, why the pangolins are in so much demand? Because of their high value in traditional Chinese medicine. So there is a belief that the pangolin scales can treat a variety of diseases, ranging from arthritis and eczema to menstrual disorders and respiratory issues. The meat is also considered a delicacy in some South Asian countries. In some places, the scales and the skins are also used to make jewelry and jackets. These unfounded beliefs have translated into a real suffering for the pangolins and for biodiversity at large. So this is the overview of the illegal trade of pangolins in India. These are the collection of all the previous studies that have been done till date. So please note all these studies that are present here. So all these three studies, starting from 2009 to 2014, 2017, and 2018, in all these three studies, uh, The seizures are mostly from Manipur, Assam, Mizoram, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, and Karnataka. So all these studies involved pangolins in higher numbers. But when we shift our focus to the more recent studies that included post 2018 period, so the states with most number of seizures has shifted to Maharashtra, Orissa, and Madhya Pradesh. So there can be various reasons underlying. Uh, for this change, maybe high security in Manipur, Mizoram areas, the bordering states, or and also maybe due to high and active enforcement works in these states have increased this number. But in all the uh, previous papers, the number of pangolins involved in trade is quite high. This is the alarming fact. The most recent of the works is done by Traffic. They have collected the data, pangolin seizure data from 2018 to 2022, and they have noted that more than 1,200 pangolins were involved in illegal trade. So that's a alarming issue. So our objectives has three major objectives: documentation of the geographical spread of illegal pangolin trade across India, analyzing the temporal trends, and identifying the key trafficking hotspots by using all the available data. So our methodology is quite simple. We collected the news related to pangolin seizures in India from different newsletters, from Wildlife Conservation Society newsletter, WCCB newsletter, DRI website, and different newspapers between January 2021 to March 2025. And then we also collected data like the year, month, collection, state, type of pangolin product, quantity, all this related to the seizure. And after screening the duplicate reports, the rest was analyzed using statistical software. So for our better understanding, we have divided India into four groups. So G1 represents the north, central, and western states, G2 the southern states, G3 eastern states, and G4 the northeastern states. So for our better understanding, we have also used a conservation factor. So 1 kg of scales is equivalent to one adult Indian pangolin, following Chaudhary et al., as it's quite impossible to identify for all the cases, to identify the pangolin species in all the cases. So we have used a conversion factor. So now coming to our major findings. So 186 incidents were recorded from 22 states and union territories of nearly about 942 kg scales, 91 live pangolins, 9 dead pangolins, and 43 claws. So focus here, the most of the incidents were from this region only, with the highest from Odisha. Caesar reports the highest is from Odisha with 42 cases. Next is from Assam with 33 cases, and third is from West Bengal with 19 cases. So these three are the have the most number of seizure incidents in between 2021 and 2025. But we should also look at here also, because this central states of Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh and Maharashtra also contribute significantly to the seizure incidents. So here is the top 10 states by number of incidents. So first is Orissa, followed by Assam, West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh. So Orissa, the maybe the enforcement agencies are quite active in Orissa. And Assam, this is a bordering state. So from here, it has become a hotspot for pangolin trade in the recent times. And from here, we can guess that the illegally traded items are then transferred to China. West Bengal, with its border with Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, so has become a hotspot for the pangolin trade in that recent time. Also, this Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, and Maharashtra, maybe this can be the key source of pangolins in this illegal trade. So if we see the temporal trend, so 2021 has the most number of cases with 66, followed by 2022 with 53 cases, and 2024 with nearly 39 cases. But an interesting fact to note or thing to note that 2025. So we have only considered 3 months of 2025. Yet in those 3 months, 15 seizure cases are reported, which contributed to nearly 175 kg scales of pangolin and 5 live pangolins. So this is alarming issue because 2025 and 2023, so seizures in 2023 is quite less than 2025. So we have only considered 3 months of 2025, and this is an alarming issue. So now, if we consider about the average number of persons arrested per item type, so clause with seizures involving clause and live specimen has average number of persons arrested. It's nearly 3 to 3.1, and when the seizures are involved scales, so the number of arrests made is nearly about 2.3. And if we compare the four states G1, G2, G3, and G4, so in terms of seizures, so most number of seizures or incidents related to seizures were noted in G3 with 69 cases, followed by G1 56. But when we consider the number of pangolins involved in the illegal trade, so the highest number is seen in G4. So with only 42 cases, the number of pangolins involved in G4 is 432. So another pressing issue here. In case of G1 with 56 cases, the number of pangolins involved is 326. So the number is rising in G1 and G4. So the situation is not so good in G2 and G3 as well. But in comparison to G1 and G4, this is quite less. So this image shows the state level pangolin trade connections were focused on the middle. So you can see these few states with the highest connection. So Assam, Madhya Pradesh, West Bengal, Orissa, and Maharashtra. So these have the highest number of connection. The highest connection is seen in between Assam and West Bengal and Assam and Orissa. So Assam, in the recent time, has gained attention due to these facts. So the scenario is somewhat similar here as well. The highest activity is noted in Assam, followed by Orissa, West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, and Madhya Pradesh. The connection is high between West Bengal and Assam, and Orissa and Assam. So more monitoring, more attention should be given to these areas, which is slowly turning to be the hotspots of illegal pangolin trade in India. So these are the findings of my study in a glance. But the most pressing issue here, or the talk of the day here, is that we have found nearly in between January 2021 and March 2025, nearly 1,042 pangolins were involved in illegal pangolin trade. So, traffic had already mentioned between 2018 and 2002, more than 1,200 pangolins were involved in pangolin trade. So, this is a overlapping type of study with 2 years overlapping. But we will be doing more work in the coming years also. So, this number is the alarming one. So 1,042 pangolins were involved in illegal trade. So that means an average of 20 pangolins per month are involved in illegal trade in these 4 years and 3 months. So these numbers actually tell us that improved enforcement agencies are quite actively working in most of the areas like in Orissa, Assam, and West Bengal. The greatest volume of pangolin is seized from G4 because these are the bordering state. However, this data also expose the widespread and systematic nature of the trade. So this is not a random crime, it's organized, network, and deeply entrenched. So this study also highlight a critical gap, our lack of accurate data on wild pangolin species or population. Without knowing how many pangolins remain in the wild, we cannot effectively measure the long-term impact of these losses. So here are some of the recommendations that we should take for reducing the illegal pangolin trade. So these are the people we are deeply grateful for helping in our work. These are the references that we have used for our study. And with this message of save the pangolins, I would like to end this presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Devan. The floor is open for questions. Any question for Devan?
Um, I'm Agnimitra, one of the research fellows of this department. I just wanted to point out it's not exactly a question, but I just want to point out certain things about the inference. Can I go ahead?
Yes, definitely.
So, we need to make a distinction regarding the number of offenses detected, and that being a measure of more crime. More detection does not necessarily mean more wildlife crime. It can be more detection. It can be that in MP there are more pangolin illegal poaching, but from Odisha it is just more interception and more detection. So we if we say the situation in Odisha is alarming or Assam is alarming, from Arunachal there is no data. It is not like yes, that is what exactly wanted to mean, that more seizures are happening in Assam. Paradise regards to wildlife crime, but that is not so, because the detection is higher in Assam, detection is higher in Odisha. So I think the term that it is more alarming situation in Odisha and Assam, I think that's a little bit of a different kind of interpretation. We need to take note of that. That's what I wanted to say.
Thank you, sir. I will remember it and include it. Thank you so much for the suggestion, sir.
Okay. Any more question for Devan? If not, then I have to ask the permission from the chair